LP Toys Day. Here on the oval shelf, got all my LP figures out. Pretty sure almost all of them were made in Hong Kong. Anywhere between 1965 and 1974. Maybe the yellow one's a little bit later. Those are not by LP. The gray ones over here are also copies. We're not sure about the larger sized figures. This box here, Moon Explorers. Packing heat up on the moon exploring. But the box art utilizes advertisement imagery for Major Matt Mason, dating it to 1966 or later. And all of the white ones and chrome ones, including the white painted examples, these all have the LP Toys or Lick B Toys. Lick B Metal and Plastics is the name of the company. And there's some debate as to whether their logo says LP or LB. I think it's a little bit late to change the game on that. Other people see ID, IDL. All the same company, Lick B Metal and Plastics. Paul Reed's Triang SpaceX Golden Astronaut Toys website has a good rundown on their history of Spaceman making. I love the chrome ones. These two are interesting because they're made out of this flexible vinyl material. The white ones here, he's missing. He's armless, dude. They're standard Army Man type plastic, like the painted ones, although these two here have a waxier look to the plastic than the rest of them, which all have a more opaque appearance to them. And then of course the further box. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is that I want to figure out if I do actually have an example of all the poses, of which there are 8 in all. And one thing that's distinctive about the LP Spacemen is that they don't have a sitting pilot astronaut. They never did that. This is a Mark's space capsule astronaut. And another interesting difference between them, here's a Mark's Operation Moonbase Spaceman, and you can see that he's in action, where the LP figures, they're all sort of posed. And these over here in gray, these are all copies. And it was actually looking at how sloppily they were, these are painted here, that made me decide, you know what, I'm gonna paint some Spacemen. The two smaller ones there in gray are interesting, and the yellow and green ones in the back, those are copies that could be as late as the 1980s. I'm not sure. There's my little space exploring box set that has 3 smaller painted figures that, according to the intel I've received, will also be marked with the LP logo on the base. So the large ones do not have logo markings. So we're not sure who made that. And then of course an LP Explorer car. So I'm just, the Spacemen are the muses of the project for me. You can only go so far with the Hot Wheels. You need a figurative element to grasp onto. People like to see pictures of people. I also like to see pictures of cars and spaceships, but the reason to set up the oval shelf is to sort of look at how other people approached presenting the Spaceman, and think about how to utilize it in my own work. And I'm not just talking about a window box, although that's another thing that I'd like to try, constructing a window box for the painted Spaceman that I've created. So we're thinking here about ideas and differences in approach and who made what and why they did what. You know, look at how much better the LP marked painted Spacemen are than these here, which just, I don't, you had to try to do them that sloppy. The LP ones have some good trim to them. And again, I love the chrome ones. I'd like to have a whole set of the chrome figures. And if I have to pick a favorite of them, it's the Sentry with his rifle. There's one that's sealed. And I think, yeah, I've only got those three: the chromed one, the 4-incher, and then the guy who's in the box. I think I've got a couple of them as copies, but don't have a lot of examples of that pose. They're not hard to come by. I got so excited I forgot to do the comparison here. We're looking at the Triang SpaceX Golden Astronaut Toys website guide to LP space figures. And I believe this indicates that there are 8 potential poses. I got out my, or I laid them out using the box set as examples of the first 4. And then arrayed the others, the duplicates below them. So we've got 2 of them only in chromed, and then the other 6 as painted examples, with 4 even being in new old stock condition. This has been opened, but all but the 1 are adhered to the window box inside. Here, we can take a look at the back. You see how it's got Major Matt Mason. The guys at one of the websites or one of the blogs determine what artwork that's from. That's unrelated, but there's 4 Major Matt Mason advertising in images dating this collection to 1966 or later. They're still using Gemini and Mercury spacemen and situations to depict NASA missions. They use a Gemini capsule to decorate the inside. Anyway, I've got the 8. Time to put my toys away. One of my favorite things to do.